Good afternoon. This stove, the clock is slanted. It's not like up, it's like this. It's not like, so it's hard to see. So, this is Twyla. I do not condone eating cornstarch. And, Elle, turn out the heater. Oh, thank you. It's cold. I mean, hot. Mm-hmm. What I want to talk about, I know I got one address from a subscriber or viewer who wants one of these glowing towels. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ship them. Forgive me because I can be slow when it comes to mailing stuff. I always have been. Whew. I got 2 videos that's gonna be coming out. If I could make this one short, you'll know about those, but I'm doing some study on this stuff. One thing they said to help counteract it is drinking vinegar water to slow down any effects. That one video ain't even posted yet. It's just ridiculous. Since yesterday, or day before, was it yesterday? Had to be yesterday. After yesterday, I went 4 days. And I'm gonna try with my newfound information. The vinegar mixed in cranberry juice and water. I thought it would be horrible, but it wasn't. And it was white, distilled. It wasn't apple cider. I don't have any. I don't even know. I don't know. But they did say any type of vinegar. So let's get to that. That's a good deal. Yeah. So remember I said I'm going to eat out of one box. So I might deal with this sprouts. But I might deal with the sprout. But I don't want to be eating out of all these multiples. I don't want to be wasteful. So here's this. Very fluffy here. So I might interchange with the sprouts. This one doesn't have any sweet to it though. I want to thank everybody for watching my other kind of videos. My spaghetti video went up there. I think it got over 1,500 views. That's good. I got some more ideas coming. Videos. So that's going to be that. Now the sprouts, this third can, and even on the arrowroot, you all know about that. But messy eating. I can deal with that. Sprout. There's been an uproar online and I keep myself pretty up to date on stuff, but not everything, because everything don't interest. There's lots of topics. There's wildlife, there's energy, there's climate. But I keep up with certain things. I'm not into fashion like I used to be, but I have been very fashionable in my life, and I have the clothes to prove it, and shoes and all that. I never follow the crowd with fashion. I never thought it was, what designer do I like? Only designer that I have truly admire is St. John Knit, because it's an interesting story how they grow their own sheep and get the, so I have several of those pieces, several. The Lord blessed me to get. I used to like Chanel. I had saw her movie, but I see that movie was a fluff piece for Chanel. Chanel was a Russian spy. She worked with, not Russian. When you're on here, you can say something and totally off and not, you got to hear yourself. German. She was a German spy. And get Hugo Boss. Chanel and Hugo Boss made clothes for the Third Reich under Hitler. This might not mean nothing as world history or whatever, but this is very important. They're not good people. They weren't good people. Then they became, a lot of the German Nazis um, came over to America after the war. And this is why we have this MAGA stuff to this day. Because they slipped in. My Arrow was telling me about this man named Ivan the Terrible. I had vaguely heard his name, but they caught him here in America living. And it was people at his trial still horrified at what he did to them. So this is why voting matters, and you might like the fact that somebody say, "Oh, when I become a president, I'm gonna fix it where this and that and that's gonna happen," and that might sound good to you, and it might fix the world, but it also may make other people suffer. I'm looking at my friend. He hasn't gotten all his money for his check, and he said, I think he didn't want to concern me, but he said that basically I don't think he's getting his Social Security anymore. Horrible. He's blind. Mm-mm. That is a shame. So, but anyway, back to the fashion thing. China has released a mini video, saying that they make all this stuff for America. And it's basically all the luxury brands everybody buying, Louis, Gucci, Hermes, or everybody call them Birkin, but it's called really made by a company called Hermes. Excuse me. Anyways, all those bags that got those labels are made in China generically. They slap the labels on them. And I had studied that a little bit. So you're paying thousands of dollars and happily for something that costs nothing to make. It's important to use this. It's the same stuff, but I know in the black community, watch. They're going to be like, oh, they lying. She lying, they lying. Well, go ahead and spend. First of all, these Gucci slides. $400 for some slides, some shoes. The walk. That don't even make sense. And some people don't have $400 in their bank account. So it's really bad. First of all, that people are addicted to designer clothes. I've been getting my clothes tailor-made since 1990. So how long is that? Oh my gosh. 2000. Long time. And I found it practical. I could go to the store, or I would see something in a magazine. I could tweak it, say make the skirt longer, make the jacket shorter, make it this. I don't want it down here. I want my sleeve up here. I don't want short sleeve, make it long sleeve. I've been designing my own clothes for years. And I get rave reviews. Let me tell you a quick funny story. I have a friend, and he has a friend. And this lady used to look really be mean to me. She used to be, she wasn't nice. And so I just never really cared or bothered with her. That was his friend, not mine. So he said this woman came up to him exhausted, saying, now this woman had money. She ran a child foster care agency. Came up to him and said to him, where did your friend buy her clothes? Because I've been everywhere and I can't find them. All she had to do was ask me. Anyway, my friend laughed and he said, she gets all her clothes tailor made. And the lady was just done. Yes, what I did. I go to fabric stores. I buy these fabrics. I've paid up to $100 for some of the fabrics. And I've paid as little as $1. I don't put on no whatever this and that. Like, I have gotten my clothes made since 1990. And I believe that's 35 years. So anyways, yes, I have my own style, I have my own clothes, and I have a coat. I have a lot of coats because I go buy a coat, go get a coat. Coat ain't right. The sleeve ain't right, you know. So, and back then I was much bigger, much bigger. So I got my clothes tailor made. Now, decline. Oh, somebody calling me. So I got my clothes tailor made. So I never got into the Gucci, the Louis. I gotta have this kind of dress, that kind of dress, and Taylor, and this and that. I did like St. John. I couldn't afford it until I was older, though. So I said all that to say this: China don't expose. You ain't wearing none but at the most $15 clothes. You paid over $2,000, and people are mad, especially black people. That's what happens when you follow the crowd. And somebody might say, oh, you talk about black people then. Those are the people I'm mainly around, black people, and I know them. I know myself. I love my people. I know a lady. I told her, why you spending all that money on a stupid, she was spending $200 on a jacket, coat, or whatever, made by somebody I had never heard of. If I'm going to get it with a designer, like, it's got to be somebody that I know, been around. I ain't fooling these new folks like Prada and Marc Jacobs. Who are these people? I don't know these people. Anyway, she was paying $200 a pop. I said, my tailor could make that jacket even better, and she'll do it for $25. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. And it's true. She started going, and she's still going. I have never been into giving my money away like that, especially when I didn't have it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. there's a scripture in the Bible, and then I'm gonna be getting off from here. And it says, he that wasteth, and he that giveth to the poor. No, him that wasteth. That's why I say you gotta be listening when you're talking. Him that wasteth, and him that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. And that's what's wrong with the world today. You got people out just impressed with brand names, this one, that one. They saw so and so with this on, and they got to have it. I know another lady. I knew I should have. I eyed her. I was really weird about. She want. You know how these people just want to become fast friends. She just wanted to be my friend so quick. Anyway, I was cool, but she was always going to the mall. They were going on trips. They was taking all these trips, every other year, going on these cruises. Twilight, you want to go on this cruise, so and so and so. And I was like, how much is it? And this, and I'm like, I don't want to go. And you gotta have this, and you gotta have that, and you gotta, I've done a lot of traveling in my life, and around that time I had just come back from Europe, so I was traveled out, and they spending all these money on these cruises, and she loved to go. I lived in Palm Springs, and I was near the desert, the designer. I can't think of the name of it, past it all the time. She was always shopping over there and stuff. She made me mad. She was supposed to be coming to my house, and she did. But way after she stopped and went shopping, you didn't tell me you was doing that. I could have been handling my business. I'm sitting there waiting on you. That made me so mad. Anyways, though, she's always buying this stuff. And then when she said this to me, she said she only wears designer purses, right? But her and I always would she always wanted to go to Old Navy for some reason. Went to Old Navy, and once a year, Old Navy used to have these flip-flops on sale for $1. If I had known then, like I know now, how prices was going to go up, I would have bought about 40 pair of those. Just a lifetime supply. But anyway, she would be loving to buy. She would go in there buying all them flip-flops and stuff. And but you only wear designer purses, but you can wear shoes for $1. Brain power. And I was like, and then after that, time went on, and she had got upset about some other stuff with some people, and I knew the people because of her. So she wanted me to be upset with the people, but these people hadn't done nothing but been gracious to me. Allowed me in their beautiful home in Murrieta, California, because of her. And I enjoyed hanging around sometimes I could go, sometimes I couldn't. But, yeah, she wanted me to be mad at those people. I couldn't be mad at those people. Anyway. But black people should have been knowing from the Tommy Hilfiger days. All these designer this and designer that. For what? What does the name mean anyway? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll chat with you later. It was something else, but I can't think. This box is down in here. No, maybe up higher. Where my finger is. Let me see. It's good. I'm gonna go get me some vinegar, some ice, some water, and pour a little juice in there, and I'm gonna drink it behind this. Yes, I am.